Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We got an amazing program lined up. I just want to say, if you want to stay 2 steps ahead of what's going on with this strange normal life of yours, we cover UAPs, we cover UFOs, we cover the strange normal, the paranormal, and tell you exactly what's going on through the lens of the Bible. If that's you, and if that's what you're interested in, to know what's going on, subscribe to our channel, and we're going to have a lot more content for you coming right up. But tonight, I have a very special program because we're going to be pouring through some entertainment. And if anybody knows me, they know I'm not too keen on Hollywood, because Hollywood is just the terrible, worst place on earth, and they have trash that comes out of it. But what came out tonight is, this is a short film, not from Hollywood, but it looks like the quality of Hollywood. It's about 8 minutes long. It's really fascinating because it is accurate, and there's so much I can say about it. Before we get into it, I want to thank the person that sent this to me, because I know you're watching, and I know I'm so sorry. I don't know who it was. I collect everything everyone sends, and I put it in a document. I'm going to try to be better at keeping that stuff accurate and knowing who sent that stuff to me, because this was incredible. And if that was you, comment in the comments below, and I will recognize you. I'll pin you to the top. I want to recognize also the maker of this video, because they did a fantastic job. It's called the Omeletto, and it's just an incredible piece of work. But what makes it even more incredible is that it's accurate. It's accurate, and I'll show you what I mean in a moment. Without further ado, check this out. So what's really interesting about this is they're using nuclear-powered drones to try to bring these things in. I'm going to pause it real quick, and I'm not going to do much pausing throughout the program, because it's really interesting just to watch, and it kind of reveals itself, and there's a surprise ending at the end. But what's interesting about this is the concept is set up that they have these nuclear drones that can fly forever, and someone's on the ground controlling it, and they're trying to lure these things in because they're attracted to nuclear powered anything, nuclear subs, nuclear missiles, nuclear power plants. At least that's what they think. So what we know is that this is part of the grand deception. They are going to come down. Eventually they're going to reveal themselves, and they're going to say, hey, we are beings from far distant galaxies coming to Earth to warn them of an impending disaster. Well, what are they going to do? The UFO community has been saying that these things are super attracted to the nuclear areas. The government has been saying that these things are attracted to the nuclear elements on Earth. And primarily why they are is because the deception. What they're going to say is, you know, we're very nice and benevolent beings, and we've seen what you have done by destroying people on Earth, and we want to stop that. And what you have to do is get rid of your nuclear weapons, or something to that effect, to try to convince us that they are nice and they're benevolent beings. So anyways, this is an attempt to capture a UAP, by a Russian operative, which is relevant because we're dealing with Russia and Ukraine right now, at least at the time of making this video. So continue watching. This is fascinating.
Пилот Богомола-1 вызывает центр. Прием.
Говорит майор Николаев. Богомол-1, доложите обстановку.
Товарищ майор, кажется, клюет.
Можете идентифицировать объект?
Никак нет, товарищ майор. Но объект идет на приманку.
Отлично. Заманивайте.
Он заглатывает наживку.
Очень хорошо. Ускоряйтесь. Обеспечьте, чтобы объект не подошел слишком близко. Действуйте по протоколу электромагнитного импульса. Все хорошо, сержант Гардина. Все как на учениях. У вас все получится, вы справитесь.
Спасибо, товарищ майор. Приступаем. Приступаю к выполнению
Okay, so what she's
протокола
doing is
ядерного
she's trying to
импульса.
capture it by sending out a magnetic pulse when it gets too close. That's not accurate because what they don't realize is yet, maybe this is early on in the future, that these things aren't affected. There's nothing metal on these things. Yeah, they come down in metal craft, but that's only 10% of the time. Most of the time, these things are round orbs because they're not metallic objects. They're beings. So what you're seeing is fallen angels, not in this program, but in real life, these orbs that appear out of nowhere that people call UFOs or UAPs is actually the new term that everyone uses. These things are not affected by magnetic pulses, and we're going to see that.
Объект в зоне поражения через 20 секунд.
Не забудьте вывести Богомола в зону поражения. Мы ж не хотим потерять ядерный дрон.
Есть, товарищ майор. Богомол перелетел импульсную установку. Я выбираюсь отсюда. Через 10 секунд подсекаю. Секунд. Давай, давай, давай. Что за... Товарищ майор, в системе помехи. Товарищ майор.
Uh-oh.
Товарищ майор, прием. Товарищ майор, нам надо действовать прямо сейчас. Объект уже перелетел импульсную установку. Товарищ майор, разрешите открыть огонь импульсом. Твою мать! Товарищ майор, я открываю огонь импульсом. Товарищ майор?
Огонь электромагнитным импульсом! Немедленно меняйте курс и возвращайтесь на базу!
Товарищ майор, я не имею права управлять богомолом над базой.
Здесь за все отвечаю я.
Но товарищ...
Сержант Галкина, мои приказы не обсуждаются. Выполняйте. Снижайтесь до 27 метров.
Дистанция 4200 метров, товарищ майор.
Вот так вот лучше.
Товарищ майор, я должна понимать план действия. Я пилот богомола, и я несу за него ответственность.
Сосредоточьтесь на выполнении задачи.
Вы хотите, чтобы я врезал богомол в базу?
Не беспокойтесь, мы все эвакуировались.
Я не могу этого сделать. Я могу провести дрон низко над базой, но сразу после этого должна набрать высоту.
Сержант Галкина, я ваш командир. Если вы не хотите, чтобы вас отдали под трибунал за саботаж, выполняйте приказ. Снижайтесь до 9 метров. Вы хотите, чтобы ваша семья еще вас увидела? Снижайтесь!
Открывайте!
Кто там?
Сержант, вас пристрелит прямо на месте, не открывайте!
Набирайте высоту! Набирайте высоту!
Сержант, если вы наберете высоту сейчас, вы больше никогда не увидите своих братьев и никогда больше с ними не пойдете кататься на лыжах.
Это лейтенант Петров! У меня приказ от майора Николаева!
Сержант Галкина, Майя, Маечка, не слушайте его. Начинайте трусов предателев.
Great controversy playing out in her head. Okay, before we see the rest of it, I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger right there. This is accurate because these things are evil. They're going to pretend to be someone else. They can interrupt electrical signals. They can pretend to be your great grandmother, your commanding officer. This is going to happen, and I suspect, I almost wonder if this actually did happen. I don't know that for sure, but it sure is playing out the exact same way that it should be playing out in real life. These things absolutely love to play impersonations. That is what makes them so dangerous. Let's continue watching.
Сержант, вы все сделали правильно. Богомол цел, но с небольшими повреждениями, но цел. А вы сохранили жизнь большому количеству людей.
Товарищ майор, зачем вы приказали врезаться в базу?
Я не приказывал. Это не я говорил с вами. Майя, я точно так же, как и вы, не понимаю, что здесь произошло.
Что случилось с объектом?
Он сел. Но, учитывая происшедшее, это не самый лучший результат.
Что вы имеете в виду?
Объект все время был на 2 шага впереди нас. Так что должна была быть какая-то причина, почему он позволил нас сбить его.
Там был еще один летательный аппарат. Прямо перед отключением.
Товарищ майор, произошел несанкционированный взлет гражданского вертолета в Сыктывкаре.
Сколько жертв?
Hello? Is anyone there? We've crashed our helicopter an hour west of Syktyvkar. This is Danny. I'm the sole survivor of a helicopter crash. I need immediate assistance. I repeat, I need immediate assistance. Hello? Is anyone there?
Hello, Danny. It's good to hear your voice.
I love a cliffhanger. I almost wish this was a little bit longer, but it's not. Very, very, very interesting. And the reason why this is so interesting is because of its accuracy. There was literally the great controversy playing out in her head while she was trying to decide if she was going to follow what was being misrepresented by her commanding officer, or if she should go ahead and kill everybody on the base, which she thought that everyone was evacuated, or if she should follow what she knows is right. That's what it's going to come down to. Are we going to obey our senses, or are we going to obey what we think is correct? Or are we going to obey our heart? Because our heart is deceitful. But what we should do is always focus on what the Bible says about this stuff. Always obey what your knowledge says. Don't obey what your heart says, or what your feelings say, or what your senses reveal. At the tree of the Garden of Good and Evil, that's exactly what the devil wanted Eve to do. This fruit was beautiful. It was tasty. It was desirous to eat and makes one wise. At least that's what they said. And that's what her senses were telling her. But God said, don't touch it. And God said, don't talk to spirits. That's what the Bible says. And in the last days, everyone's going to think, I'll talk to these things. Even though they're from another galaxy far, far away. That's where we're going to come into a big problem. Fascinating stuff that's happening right now. And that was a great example of what's coming down the line. If you want to stay updated on what's coming down the line, subscribe to this channel because we got loads of more coming. I got at least 8 podcasts that are more than an hour long that I got to listen to. And I'm going to be giving you play-by-play what is it that's happening with this strange normal life that you live in. Everything from UFOs to UFPs to paranormal and what the Bible actually says about this stuff is on this channel. And believe me, friends, it's not going to get any better in this world. And you're going to want to know what exactly is happening so that you're ready for it. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later.